Ladies and gentlemen, I want to call the meeting to order. First item on our agenda is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting November 11, 2019. And just so you know, this is the Administration Public Works Committee.
Move approval?
Thank you. Any, is there a second? Second. Any changes or corrections, objections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in, all those in favor, okay. So that was November 11. Okay. Let's see. Is there any public comment? Do we have a sign-in sheet for this?
Thank you.
Mr. Stonebeck is going to check for us. All right, we have no public comment for this meeting. Moving on. We have the consent calendar. I'll begin, and then we'll all take turns with different items. First item is approval of the City of Evanston payroll and bills. Staff recommends we approve, the City Council approve City of Evanston payroll for the period of October 28, 2019 through November 10 in the amount of $2,955,559.18. Bills list for November 26, 2019 in the amount of $6,304,767.26. This is for approval. A2, Alderman Braithwaite. Oh, I'm sorry, did everybody get a chance for the bills list? I'm sorry. Before we-
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Madam Chair, members, go. Ready for it? Item A2 is the contract extension with Cannon Cochran Management Services, Inc. For third-party administration of general liability and workers' compensation claims. The compensation claims at the cost is $93,500 for the contract year of January 2020 through December 2020, and funding for this purchase coming out of our insurance fund.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Moving on. Alderman Suffolk.
Sure. Item A3, contract award with Hacienda Landscaping, Inc. for the Harbor Park renovations, bid number 1952. This is for action.
Second?
Yes, Alderman Braithwaite.
I just wanted to just quickly acknowledge and thank our staff for being quick on this feat. Whereas the overall project is $899, a large portion of that is subsidized through grants, so $320 is coming from IDNR via their open space lands grant. Thank you very much, staff. $150K is coming from our neighborhood improvement fund, and then another $100K from our Good Neighbor Fund. So I just want to thank you all for moving so quickly, prioritizing it, and the efficiency that you work to meet the deadlines as well as meet with our residents. Thank you very much, folks.
And also, I think it's important, we hear a lot of criticism about general obligation bonds and using bonds.
Yep.
None of this work can happen
Yeah.
without bonding.
Yeah.
And so this is a magnificent project, and it covers every blade of grass and use in the park. And coupled with all these other sources, it can all be done.
Yes.
And it hasn't been quick, by the way. We've been working on this
Right,
for quite a while.
right,
But we've got it all together now, and it's going to happen. And
Yeah.
so you have to bond for some of these things. You know, you don't go out and buy a house with cash, at least not the 99% of us
Right.
don't generally do
Right,
that.
right.
So
So special thanks to Lara Biggs and Stephanie Levin
everybody. who
and
worked
everyone
on it.
else that laid hands on this project.
Right.
Thank you all very much.
It's amazing. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
This is a consent agenda, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait to the end.
Yes, to vote, yeah. That's right? That's how we do it, yeah. Okay, so next, Alderman Sufferton.
Sure.
Oh, wait, who did that one? Who
I
did
don't remember
Hussein?
who did that.
Pardon me? Oh, okay, so I'll be next. Sorry, I got so excited I lost track. Next is contract award with Terra Engineering Limited for the McCullough Park renovations project. That's in the amount of $90,969. This is also with general obligation bonds. So I move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say, oh, I'm doing it again. All right, I'm sorry. I'll just say all of those in favor. I'm sure you're all in favor.
Okay.
Next is Alderman Sufferton.
Item A5 is contract award with Motorola Solutions for police radio and 911 phone system upgrades. Staff recommends City Council authorize the city manager to approve the sole source purchase with Motorola Solutions for 911 center upgrades to include police radio and 911 phone system in the amount of $1,753,411.39. Funding for the purchase of new radios will come from the fiscal year 2020 E911 fund budget. Other improvements, which has a budget of $534,163. Maintenance expenses will be funded from the service agreements contracts line item, which has a budget of $305,000. For action.
Second.
All right. Just want to make one comment. It's amazing that this account has $1,753,000 in it. I remember back when it didn't usually have anything in it, hardly. So that's great news. All right, we're a little out of order. Alderman Simmons, would you take the next one?
A6, staff recommends the city council authorize the city manager to execute a contract for the fire station number 1 bunk room renovations with Condu Construction Incorporated in the amount of $83,000. Funding will be provided from the Capital Improvement Program 2019 General Obligation Bonds. This account has a fiscal year 2019 budget of $150,000, of which $142,100 is remaining is for action. Is there a second?
All righty. I'll go next here. Next item, we're being asked to recommend to the council to authorize the manager to enter into a one-year contract with SP Plus Municipal Services for the management and operation of the 3 city-owned parking garages in the amount of $1,466,025. Funding for this contract is split from the 3 garage funds, $472,708 for the Church Street garage, $495,062 for Sherman Garage, $498,255 for Maple Garage. Move approval.
Second.
All right. Alderman Braithwaite.
Alderman Rainey?
Yes.
I had a question.
I'm sorry, I've got this.
Oh, it's okay. Mike,
Okay.
you on? Thanks.
On garages.
Yes, please. Sorry, I'll be quick. Thank you, sir.
Take your time.
Good evening, members of the city. Mike Rivera, interim parking manager.
So we're at like $500,000 a garage for management fees roughly, and church is substantially smaller than the other two. Is there a reason why they're set up that way? How does SP Plus figure this out, and is there a cheaper way to do it that you could imagine?
They're set up by the capacity of what the garages hold.
Okay. Do you think it's possible with some reconfiguration of staff that we could do some of this work in-house, or is an outside management company?
This is what we are considering doing within the next 12 to 18 months. This is why the contract is a 3-year deal. It's 1 year with 2 one-year options to renew.
Okay, so this will be our option to renew 12 months from now?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Where is the contribution for the residents here? For the Sherman Garage, is the Sherman Garage on here? The residents, yeah. The Sherman Garage has a resident contribution, does it not?
It does.
Is it,
The resident contribution it's just about 20% of, they pay into the repairs and renovations in the garage, and that's their contribution, 20%.
okay, so we bill them at some other time?
Yes.
Okay. Don't forget. I mean, because it's not reflected that they're paying into this. But they are, right?
Yes, they should be.
They are, okay, just want to make sure. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we did have a motion and a second. All right, next item is,
A8?
yes,
Madam Chair, member of the committees, I'd like to move contract renewal with Almeda, better known as President's Behavioral Health for Mental Health Services. This is an important one. Staff recommends City Council authorize the city manager to renew the services provider agreement between Almeda Behavioral Health and the City of Evanston for the provision of 24-hour crisis line access, mental health crisis intervention, and various community outreach and education services, and that's in the dollar amount of $143,333. The agreement will start January 1st, 2020, and go through December 31st, the same year. It's for action.
second. This is a continuation of our long-term.
Previous agreement, very important for all of our first folks who suffer
Righty,
from mental
moving
health.
on. Alderman Sufferton. A9.
I move item A9, sole source purchase of laptop vending machine for the Robert Crown Community Center Library Branch. Staff recommends City Council approve the sole source purchase for a laptop vending machine to serve library patrons at the new Robert Crown Community Center Library Branch from Murphy Security Solutions in the amount of $27,390. Funding for this purchase will be from the fiscal year 2019 Robert Crown Construction IT Computer Hardware Fund. This is for action.
Second.
I'm actually curious about this one. When I saw it, a laptop vending machine versus staff just saying, who's got that? Luke, come on up here and tell us about that wonderful laptop vending machine, why it's so important.
And how big is it?
Good evening, Chair, members of the committee, Luke Stowe, Chief Information Officer and Interim Director of Administrative Services. This item was led by the library, of course. I did review it. One of the perks of this system is that it's accessible at different times of the day and evening. So someone can come up and be able to get a device, whether it's a Chromebook or a laptop. It's very convenient.
Wait, say that one more time.
Sure. So one of the advantages of the vending machine is that it's available at different hours of the day, regardless of staffing. And so someone can come up and with their card, be able to get a laptop or a Chromebook. And I forget exactly what the capacity is, but there's a number of devices that are available in the vending machine.
So I couldn't find this in our reading through the packet, just the way it's sectioned, and when I saw it, it kind of jumped out at me. And I'm not gonna hold it up, but I'm assuming that the only time you're gonna be able to check it out is during the times the place is open, right?
My understanding is, and I don't know if anyone from library is here, but my understanding is that it's also accessible during other operating hours, and that was one of the advantages of the program.
So it'll be at the skate rental desk when the library's not open, or what? I mean,
That's what I'm trying to figure. You're answering my question.
Sure. Yeah, if you'd like, I can check with library staff and get you the answer for tonight.
It is for action. I'm
Sure.
scratching my head, and I'm like thinking.
Yeah, I was.
So you have to be present to make sure that we're handing out the Wi-Fi devices, and here we
Right.
are hanging out
Right.
a computer to someone with a library card. Heaven forbid, someone stole their library card, and
Sure. Yeah,
go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say my focus was more on the technical aspects of it, not necessarily where the exact location was going to be, but I can find out the answer for you.
It would be nice.
Sure.
Thank you, Luke.
Okay.
thank you. All right, so. So moving
A10?
on. Yep.
A10, staff recommends the city council authorize the city manager to execute change order number 1 to construction contract agreement for 2019 CIPP sewer rehabilitation contract with Instituform Technologies, increasing the contract amount by $48,868 and extending the completion date by an additional 113 days. This will increase the total contract amount from the current contract price of $339,995.70 to $388,863.70 and extend the current completion date from December 9th to March 31st, 2020. Funding for this project is from Sewer Fund, which has a fiscal year 2009 budget of $700,000 for this work, of which $351,525.65 is remaining and will be rolled over to fiscal year 2020. Funding for the additional cost will be from the Sewer Fund Emergency Repairs, which has a fiscal year 2019 budget of $75,000, of which $75,000 is remaining. This is for action.
Second, we found more work to be done, is that it?
Yeah, I was going to ask the reason for the delay, and how are they doing on their MB with their LEP requirements, Director?
Good evening, Dave Stoneback, Public Works Agency Director. I have not kept on top of their LEP or, I feel confident that they're going to meet their LEP requirement, and Sitchform has made great efforts to do that. I don't think that they will meet the MWEB goal because there's very little
Sure.
subcontracting
Yeah.
opportunities. There was a new house service put in on Asbury, which is a 36-inch brick sewer. And as they were making that connection, they had an issue, and the city went and TV'd the city's mainline sewer and found that that brick sewer was in poor condition. And that's why we're looking to rehabilitate it and add it to this contract, add that 36-inch sewer main, rehabilitate it right away.
Where was the sewer?
The sewer's in the 2500 block of Asbury Avenue.
It's
in the
beyond,
memo.
the homeowner's responsibility?
It's the mainline sewer, the 36-inch brick sewer. It's not, it's the city's public sewer. We identified it as they were trying to tie in their private-owned sewer service.
I know a sewer that needs lining. All right. All righty, all right, all those in, no, we're not doing that. Was there a second to that?
I second it.
You did, okay. All right, next is A11. Nobody else has any questions on that? Next, A11, Resolution 1118R19. We're being asked to recommend to the council that the city manager sign a 2-year agreement with Rose Pest Solutions for the provision of rodent control services for residential properties and public places in the city of Evanston. Amounts for these services are $86,320.08 for a period of January 1 to December 31, 2020, and $86,320.08 really, for a period of January 1, 2021 to December 31st, 2021. Funding is provided by the Illinois Vector Surveillance Grant and Rodent Control line item in our city budget. This is for action, and I move approval.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, moving on. Alderman Braithwaite, A12.
Madam Chair, members of the committee, I'd like to move item A12, Resolution 119-R19, authorizing the city manager to sign a local agency agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation for the Howard Street resurfacing project and authorizing an intergovernmental agreement with the city of Chicago.
Second.
It's a big project.
Yeah, it's a big project, and $6,556,874 in federal funds, plus our money, plus Chicago's money. Yeah, it's a huge project, and it's been going on, quite
Yes,
frankly,
yes.
for years. I
Yes.
mean, and people are asking constantly. when
Are those
is
the
it
Rose
gonna-
guys?
Are they who?
The Rose guys.
Rose? Do you want them back? Oh, okay, all right. So I'll second that motion. Any discussion? All right, moving on. Let's see. A13, Alderman Suffredin?
I Move item A13, with ordinance 159-019, establishing special service area number 7 in the city of Evanston. Staff recommends the adoption of ordinance 159-019, establishing special service area number 7 in the city of Evanston, which is intended to provide marketing as well as aesthetic and streetscape improvements such as signage, lighting, landscaping, and holiday decorations for the commercial corridors, Central Street from Hartree Avenue to Eastwood Avenue and Green Bay Road, Lincoln Street to Isabella Street. The ordinance establishes the geographic boundaries, duration, and tax cap for the special service area for introduction.
Second. How about A14 also?
Sure. Item A14 is ordinance 161-019, authorizing the termination of special service area number 4 and the reestablishment of the special service area as special service area number 9 in the city of Evanston. Staff recommends adoption of ordinance 161-019, authorizing the termination of a special service area number 4 and the reestablishment of the special service area as special service area number 9, downtown Evanston.
Second. All right. Alderman Simmons, 15.
Sure. Ordinance 162-019, staff levy for proposed East Central Street, SSA number 7. Staff recommends city council adoption of tax levy ordinance 162-019, which levies the annual property tax for proposal special service area number 7 in the amount of $154,800, $159,444 as extended, including loss factor of 3% is for introduction.
Second. How about 16 also?
A16, ordinance 160-019, establishing special service area number 8 in the city of Evanston. Staff recommends the adoption of ordinance 160-019, establishing special area number 8 in the city of Evanston, which is intended to provide marketing as well as aesthetic and streetscape improvements such as signage, lighting, landscaping, and holiday decorations for the commercial corridor of Central Street. The ordinance establishes the geographic boundaries, duration, and tax cap for the special assessment area for introduction.
And number 17?
A17, ordinance 163-019, staff levy for proposed West Central Street, SSA number 8. Staff recommends city council adoption of ordinance 163-019, which levies the annual property tax proposed special service area number 8 in the amount of $60,200, $62,002 as extended, including loss factor of 3% is for introduction.
Second. For those listening at home and maybe in the audience that don't know, when you hear tax levy for Central Street and other streets in a special service district, don't worry. Unless you're in the district and you've agreed to this, you are not going to be taxed. So it's a very special service district. Next item is A18, ordinance 168-019 is for introduction. Staff is recommending that we request the city council to adopt this ordinance, which amends Title 10, Chapter 11, Section 12, parking meter zones, removing the hours of paid parking on Sunday. It's for introduction. I move approval.
Second.
Alderman Suffredin, it's your turn again. We're going to have to get him back in here. Could some staff member fetch him? Alderman Braithwaite.
Let's see, where are we? We're on
19, or we're on?
ordinance 164-019, lease agreement with Enterprise Rent-A-Car for commercial space in the city-owned parking garage at 1780 Maple Avenue. Staff recommends city council adopt ordinance 164-R19, authorizing the city manager to execute a 10-year lease with Enterprise Rent-A-Car for commercial space in the city-owned parking lot at 1780 Maple Avenue. An affirmative vote of 2/3 of the elected aldermen is required to adopt the ordinance. City manager requests suspension of the rules for introduction and action at the November 25th, 2019 meeting, as the lease renewal is scheduled to commence December 1st, 2019.
Second.
Second. Okay. All righty. Moving right along. Alderman Simmons.
Are we on A20?
A20.
Ordinance 169-019, Class D liquor license, increase for Old Neighborhood Grill. The local liquor commissioner recommends city council adoption of ordinance 169-019, amending Class D liquor license from 59 to 60 for Old Neighborhood Grill Incorporated, doing business as Neighborhood Grill. Alderman Suffredin requests suspension of the rules for introduction and action at the November 25th, 2019 city council meeting. It's for introduction and action.
I'm going to ask that we wait to discuss the suspension of the rules at the council, but I certainly do support introduction.
Is there any necessary reason why we're suspending the rules on this one?
It's to get this guy's business open sooner, that's all.
Why was it closed? I mean, the restaurant wasn't closed, was it?
No, I think the liquor license expired, is that correct, Hugh?
Are they here? Is anyone here from the restaurant? I think that, and I don't want to say it, but I thought they might have sold to someone.
No,
That wasn't them?
no, there are a few complications.
Okay.
It's the same ownership.
Alderman Rady, members of the commission, Hugh DeBose, Assistant City Attorney. Alderman Sufferton is correct that their license expired on September 14th, 2019. And so they're going through the process to get a new license again.
I don't care.
Same ownership.
I'd like to wait until. Whoops, why is my thing? I'd like to wait until the council to. I'm just not ready to do this yet. I want to introduce it, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But, and I'm not saying I'm not going to support suspension of the rules, but I'm not ready to do it right now.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I mean, so.
Pass
let's
it along?
just, yeah.
And then you can pull it
introduce-
off?
I second introduction.
okay.
Right. Okay, so, let's see, I lost my agenda here. Sorry about that.
Were they, I think we just have to vote then on,
No, I think we probably have to take it off if you really want to be, you know, legit about it. And then just do it separately.
Okay.
Okay, so take it off the AMPW consent agenda.
so that's A,
It is
20.
A20. All right, items for consideration, I don't believe we have any, do we? We're going, I just want to
Vote,
make
but
sure we
she
don't
took it
have
off
any of
too,
this
so.
stuff, then we're
Yep.
going to vote for the whole thing, okay? No discussion, no communication, okay. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, say aye.
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 Any opposed? You can't be opposed. All right, and then the ordinance 169-019, Class D liquor license increase for Old Neighborhood Grill. I move introduction.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?